Research is just so important, and cancer, one day maybe we'll have a cure, and that's certainly something that we're hopeful for, but we have to keep funding this research because every little bit helps. My name is Neillie Butler. I am the owner of Marie on Me Wedding Planning Studio, and I'm a 3-time cancer survivor.
I'm Tricia Kirk, and I'm retired because I currently have cancer in my brain, liver, and lung, but I'm doing just fine. And so I'm lucky to be a grandmother, which takes up a lot of time, and a mother.
I was 18 years old, and I was at the University of Alabama when I noticed that my hip was really swollen, and I went to the doctor, an orthopedic, where they found a tumor.
Yes, when they told me that, or my husband and I, that Neillie had cancer, and then they called it desmoid sarcoma, I had no idea what that was. And so when you start Googling it, that's not a really good idea. And I was lucky that Dr. Hessman said, stay off the computer.
It wasn't until the surgery that they realized it was sarcoma, and they removed it, and we were hoping that that would be the only diagnosis, but it turned out it wasn't.
It's just something no one wants to experience, but how blessed we were in Neillie that they were there for us on Christmas Day. They were there for us on the 24th, the 25th in May.
I think being able to be treated here in Birmingham was really the answer to my success. I was a child, basically. I needed to be under the care of my mom and dad, and I really, having my sisters at home when I would get home from treatments or from surgeries, all my friends in Tuscaloosa were able to come and visit me in the hospital. It was definitely challenging on my siblings, but we made it.
My name is Marty Heslin, and I'm the Health System Chief Medical and Quality Officer. I met Neillie Butler, then Neillie Kirk, as a college student who got diagnosed with a soft tissue sarcoma of the hip. And so Neillie saw me in clinic. We did an operation, removed the tumor. She did great. She happened to have a recurrence of that tumor, and the third time was a charm, which we were able to remove it with some very complex reconstruction and the addition of radiation, and she's been cured ever since.
So I'm as healthy as I can be, and I would be lying if I didn't say there is the trauma of what I went through. Just, even after all these years, the fear of it coming back is real, especially watching my mom go through it. It was only a month after she announced her retirement that she was diagnosed. And so it came out of left field. We were not prepared. It was not anything that we were even thinking about. My mom felt fine. To determine, the severity of the disease and how far it had progressed was even more shocking. So it was almost like 10 days of one bad thing after another. We are all have been in the world of cancer long enough to understand the severity of what it is, and we know what we're looking at.
I think it's extremely important for everyone to realize what we have here in Birmingham. Sometimes when things are so close to home, you just don't see how great they are and the importance. But to realize that the O'Neal Cancer Center is one of the only ones in this country, and it's right here in Birmingham. So many times what you see in front of you and you're so close to get to, you don't realize the greatness and importance. UAB Hospital, the Comprehensive Cancer Center, is where you need to be. They have the best treatment. And when you go through treatment there and you see the people that have come from other states to just UAB for their cancer treatment, you realize that yes, I am so blessed to have it down the street, the research that great, and that our communities could support it to the degree to continue to let it grow and get better and better as recognized in this country.
When people get diagnosed with rare or difficult problems, the knee-jerk reaction is that we have to go someplace big. But the reality is that the O'Neal Cancer Center provides that kind of care right here in Birmingham.
Neillie had a tough time. She survived and was doing well. And Tricia will do the same thing. She's just years later, but I'm Miller Gorey. I'm the founder of Brassfield Gorey, and I'm still the chairman. Tricia and Neillie are both real productive people, and they've done a lot for Birmingham. Well, it's going to take a lot to get Tricia down. She's the most driven and optimistic person, and she took the Exceptional Foundation from almost nothing and built it into a great organization as it is now.
Neillie and Tricia are representative of the goodwill that people have for the O'Neal Cancer Center. Golly, all you have to do is spend 10 minutes in a room with Neillie and Tricia, and you'll recognize the enthusiasm that they have for helping others. I think that would be the cornerstone that I would say that makes them the representative for the Director's Circle for ArtBLINK.